Good morning and welcome back to another edition of the Lynn Lowdown. I'm Dani, and today we have on Judie VanKooiman, the founder and president of Those Who Can for Those in Need, who also hosts her own show on local community television. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks, Dani, and thanks to LCT for always supporting my show and for my nonprofit.
Of course. So before we even dive into the nonprofit, you have your own show that you send to us, Life Issues is what it's called. Do you want to talk a little about that?
Sure. It's a resource information show, anything to do with life. I've been doing it now since I started in December of 2010, so a long time. And of course, this wonderful cable access station airs the show for me also. And I have 12 cable stations that air it. And the topics, people say, well, what kind of show, topics do you have? And there's been so many that I'll end up missing some or whatever. So I really enjoy doing it. I do a lot of networking, so I meet new people that might be interested in coming on my show and host and being a guest. So it's fun.
It sounds fun. I was always taught networking is the big thing, meeting people, getting out, getting connections. That's always big.
Right, yes.
And the nonprofit you created, you have a big anniversary. You're hitting 10 years.
Yes. 2013, I believe, we became officials, 501c3, and I piggybacked off of the cable show and started the nonprofit in memory of my husband because he passed away in 2007. And I just wanted to help others going through their bumps in their lives and that we're looking for resources and everything because sometimes it's hard. They don't know where to turn or whatever. So, so I started that. And so we've been hosting every year in the spring Uplift Yourself with Laughter comedy show. And like you mentioned, this will be our 10th year doing this. And just so exciting, so amazing and everything. So our main guest headliner is Lenny Clarke. And a lot of people know him. And he's a fun guy.
Yeah, and you said you do this every year as a fundraiser for the nonprofit. Could you talk a little about where it's going to be held this year and some of the other things involved with it?
Sure. It's at Giggles and Prince Pizza. And it's up on Route 1 in Saugus. And it's all the pizza you can eat. And there's a cash bar, and we're going to have raffles and 50-50 and just amazing. Since it is a special anniversary, we have somebody making cupcakes with butterflies on it because butterflies is kind of our theme, for the nonprofit. And it's just, fun night. Laughter's the best medicine. So we're just hoping that, people will come out it's in the middle of the week. So get out of work, come up and have your dinner and hear some, laughter and everything. So we've got, like I mentioned, all kinds of raffles. I mean, I can't even name off because I have a great raffle committee too that's helping out for that. So, yeah.
And for anyone who's interested in going to this event, how would you go about getting tickets to it?
Okay, they can call myself or any of the board members, and my number is 617-462-5719. And they leave a message if I'm not available. I can meet them or whatever. We've tried doing it online before, and it just didn't work out. And they charge. There's a service charge for that. And I don't want to have my guests have to pay for it. So.
And is there a cap to how many people you can have at the event, or how does that work?
The room seats about, I believe this room, 200, but we have to take away the tables for the raffles and et cetera. So probably around 150 is what we're shooting for.
Great. And I know that you brought a few pictures from, I think, the last time you did it. So it showed one of your guests. It showed some of the people, which was really cool to see. because it seemed like in addition to your comedy, you had a few special guests that came too.
Right.
Oh, just
Yeah.
put 'em up.
Actually, there's a picture of Lenny Clarke and myself, because I've known Lenny for a long time. The people below the Prince sign that's outside, that is my board members, and along with representative for Winthrop area and our senator at the time. And then over to the left, of my left, we give out a Those Who Can award to an organization that's with Those Who Can for Those in Need. And last year we gave the award to Dan O'Leary. He was the executive director of Mystic Valley Elder Services. He is now retired, so this was perfect timing that we got to do it. This year we're going to give the award to our former speaker, Bob DeLeo. He's from Winthrop. He's always been a great supporter and helpful person since we started the nonprofit. So we're going to do that. And for him, we're collecting full-size toiletries for the emergency services at Capic, which is based in Chelsea. And they service Winthrop, Revere, and Chelsea. So sometimes, either for homeless people or people that have fires in their homes and don't have anything to start, they have to start from the beginning and stuff. So that's some of the important things that we're going to be doing that night too.
Which is amazing. And I can't even imagine how much planning probably goes into the event. So, I mean, like you and your board, how do you plan something like this?
Well, now, since it's our 10th year, we kind of roll with it, and we just know what to do. And like I said, I have a wonderful board and a raffle committee and a decoration committee and everything. So there's a lot of people very helpful.
You're on a roll now. You all kind of know. All right, this is what we do.
Yep, let's do it.
And I saw on your website, it was initially, it's funds to help with the nonprofit, help get you started, everything else. After 10 years, is that similar what the proceeds go towards, or how does it usually work?
Yeah, we usually use the funds for the annual resource fair that we hold in the beginning of the fall, and pay for entertainment or food, or I know that you have been there in the past to help, film it and everything. So yeah, so every little bit helps, and also we sometimes will help other organizations that's with us. Like I said, if they have participated in the annual resource fair, then I always say you're with us now. So we help promote their organization with different things, fundraisers themselves or workshops or whatever they have coming up, and we'll do that.
And I have to ask, I love that it's a comedy show, because I do. I love that. It's just a way to relax and just have fun. Has it always been a comedy show, or did you come up with the idea later?
Pretty much so. I don't remember how it came about. It must have been, just talking about laughter and everything, because there's so much seriousness in this world, and we just want to, sit back and just forget about everything and just have some fun and everything. So at the beginning, we had different things. It wasn't always held at Giggles. We had it in Winthrop because we're Winthrop based, and so we had it at different places and different types of comedy, but now we're having the comedy at Giggles. Mike Clarke, the owner of Giggles, is wonderful, very helpful. He gets the comedians, and Steve, the owner, him and his wife, are a Prince Pizza, are so nice, so helpful. I mean, whatever we need, they are so accommodating and everything. So.
It's very much a community event as well, which is fantastic.
Yeah. So, I mean, even though we're Winthrop based, that for our resource fair, we always say, we help. The resources are from the greater Boston, North Shore area. For the fundraiser, they come from all over, South Shore, North Shore, East. So it doesn't make any difference.
No, not limited by geography.
No, not at all.
anyone I said maybe thinking about possibly going, but they're not sure, like, what would you say to them?
Well, they still have a couple of weeks. There is a deadline to purchase tickets. It's April 26th. It's a week before the fundraiser, because we have to give Prince and Giggles a count on how many to expect, and how much help to have on that night and everything. So you still have a few weeks to wait until you make your final, but people can call me anytime. I would be more than happy to meet up with them. I'm going to be delivering a lot of tickets during school vacation week, because I transport special need kids to and from school, so they're on vacation, so I'm on vacation. So that's going to be probably the week that I deliver tickets and everything for people, so and meet up with them. So yeah.
Great. And is there anything else that I hadn't mentioned about fundraiser, your organization, your show that you wanted to mention?
No, I just keep on doing it. I'll do it as long as I can possibly do it, both the Life Issue Show and the fundraiser, the Uplift Yourself with Laughter. If anyone has any questions about any of this, etc., feel free to call me, and I know the number is up on the screen, 617-462-5719. And again, my name is Judie VanKooiman.
Great. I said your organization and your show are both fantastic, so thank you for coming on to share a bit of that with us.
Oh, thank you, Dani. I appreciate it.
Always. And once again, my name is Dani Vittori. This has been the Lynn Lowdown, and we will see you next week with more guests.